Alrighty.
And we're back.
We are back with another brand new matchup here. This time in the Noxus division. So we are leaving Ionia and heading to Noxus for another playoff matchup, this time against the Kamikaze Penguins versus Apes Together Strong. So I do have some info from this matchup from one of the players involved. It looks like the last time these two played was in week 1. They went 1-1 against each other. Now we know that it's not possible to do that now because this is playoffs and it's a best of 3. But let's go ahead and take a look at our draft for this first game.
The first thing I notice here is AP Malphite. That's one of the bands from Apes Together Strong. That was one of the big champions that the Kamikaze Penguins jungler likes to play. Big fan of AP junglers like Shyvana, Malphite, stuff like that. Another one of his favorite is Rammus, which they did let through, which he did end up picking. When you look at Apes Together Strong, they pick like they have the Sejuani jungle. Looks like a Renekton mid or Mordekaiser mid with an Ashe Vel'Koz support or bot lane.
Yeah, we're going to hold on just 1 second. Our pro draft and game 1 we were given don't match up directly.
They don't.
So I'm not sure if this is the actual game 1 draft or not.
Looks like game 2 draft is the right one.
Game coming in?
The game 2 draft is the right one.
Okay, so we had them backwards. That's okay.
Unless the games were swapped.
We don't know which one's which.
So we'll just go with this. So actual game 1 draft.
Okay. So this draft. Okie dokie. Now we gotta figure it out. We had a little bit of a mishap when it came to how everything was lined up, but we gotta figure it out. So, game 1. This is actual game 1. We have a Rammus, Caston, Brand, Urgot, and Jinx coming on the side of Kamikaze Penguins on the blue side, and then an Ashe Vel'Koz, Renekton, Sejuani, and Mordekaiser coming from Apes Together Strong. What are your thoughts on this draft?
The Renekton mid, I actually big fan of Renekton mid personally. I think it works really good into champions like Cassidy, who are very weak early and you can abuse very hard, or other champions like assassins like Talons and stuff like that. So the Renekton pick into the Cassidy was probably very, very smart because Cassidy is just gonna have to play super safe, give up a lot of farm, or else he's gonna risk giving first blood, assuming the Renekton takes Ignite. Very strong level 2, level 3 power spike. It seems the Vel'Koz and the Ashe bot lane, I would say, are pretty even into the Brand Jinx. Both are kind of pokey with Jinx and Ashe Ws going out. Brand and Vel'Koz also have poke abilities. I think jungle matchup, Sejuani, Rammus, both tanks. Both are probably going to be focusing heavily on ganking. Mordekaiser into Urgot. I'm not really sure which one wins out in that. I would say Mordekaiser, though. Definitely a very strong champion at the moment.
Come on, man. As top laner, you should know this.
Well, Mordekaiser is one of my favorite champions to ban, so... Though, if I were to give the edge to any team in the first based off a draft, I would have to say Apes Together Strong with their Renekton mid into the Caston. I think that just draws the Rammus. The Rammus has to sit around mid for the first 6 levels of the game, or else risk the Caston just getting flash ignited, or so
Yeah, as we all know, Caston is pretty weak at the beginning of the game before he can hit 6, and Renekton does like to jump on top of his lane opponents, and that magic damage shield from Caston is not going to do anything into that Renekton. So if Renekton can just get onto that Caston early pre-6 before he gets his ultimate and just kind of snowball out of that lane, he can transition that to the rest of the map, and we'll see if that happens here as we transition ourselves into the game. Alrighty, here we are. We have arrived. So one thing to note
Oh.
for the side of Apes Together Strong is they have a very good CC chain if they can get that thing linked, especially in the bot lane. If Ashe can combo an ultimate arrow up with Vel'Koz's ult and knock up and whatever the hell he wants, they can just absolutely decimate anybody that they feel like. So if the Apes can get those CC chains off, we could see them roll over whoever they want and kind of snowball this game. They really just got to do that before Jinx and Casson can get items and scale up, because we all know that the later this game goes, the scarier those two champions are going to get. But like you said, looking earlier on in this game, I do like the draft on the side of the Apes more than I like the draft on the side of Kamikaze Penguins. But we're going to get the action started here. No invades. This isn't Ionia. We saw plenty of invades last time, but we're not going to see any this time. We're just going to see standard starts from both sides. Casson is opting to go for that Cloth 4 as a start, knowing that Renekton can just jump him whenever he feels like, so he's going to try and stay alive as much as he can.
One thing I just want to point out is that Sejuani and Renekton are a very good duo together. The Renekton Empowered W is an easy passive proc for the Sejuani E. It leads to like instant CC, basically winning any 2v1 or 2v2, just based on the fact that the other player probably won't get to move for about 2-3 seconds.
Yeah, again, it's all about that CC chain on the side of the Apes. We're going to see a bit of poke coming out here from the Vel'Koz. They did hit level 2 first, so they're going to push that pressure forward.
Renekton and pushing in the wave. Not much he can do yet. Though it did look like Urgot went down and got some vision in the tri-bush, just in case the Sejuani wanted to come in and gank early.
Yeah, Sejuani's going to walk over a ward here in the topside river. Looks like she's going to try and maybe take a gank in the top side and then get that scuttle. But Urgot knows what's going on, because there was a ward down there in that river. Scuttle's about to pop up. Sejuani's going to go for her red, looks like.
Oh?
Maybe? Nope, she turned around. She can't make up her mind. Nope, going for the red. All right.
I think it would have been smart if Sejuani actually ganked, because they saw she had no red buff. So Urgot walked back up assuming Sejuani was going to go take it, and that could have left an opportunity for Sejuani to get an early gank in, maybe a kill or a summoner blown, but she just opted for the more traditional, just take red and maybe try again some other time.
Yeah, now she's doing that. Rammus is going to take the scuttle instead. We see some more pressure getting put onto the Jinx down here. She's half health right now. Vel'Koz getting in some more harass. Pretty standard, typical, just sit back and farm game so far. And here's the Renekton doing what we thought he would do. Caston's gonna flash out. Sejuani's gonna take a tower shot, ignite onto the Caston from the Renekton, but he's not gonna be able to get the kill. Here comes the soccer ball, taunting. Again, no kill coming out.
Oh!
Wait, never mind.
There he goes. Castle walked a little too far.
Yep,
Easy
he
kill.
went for that easy kill, and that would be first blood onto the Renekton. This, like we talked about, if he can put that pressure onto the Cassin and get some early kills, he can snowball that around the map.
Oh.
Cassin jumping onto the Rammus.
Cassin
No
TP.
Ignite though, so he's not going to be able to get the kill. Cassin's going to TP in. Save Rammus' life a little bit, put the pressure back, start farming again. Grabs another cloth armor as well. Kind of looks like he's maybe gonna go for an early Seeker's arm guard.
Looks like that's probably the safer bet, safer thing to do.
Now, if we look topside and look at the farm differential, 13 farm on the Urgot against the 39 farm on the Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser keeping Urgot away from that wave. Urgot's falling behind pretty quickly here.
And Rammus, a little bit of a CS lead over the Sejuani. Looks like Sejuani's invading the Rammus's, or looks like wants to invade the Rammus's jungle right now.
Yeah. We're gonna take a peek at mid lane. Mekton's gonna jump back onto the Cassin. Cassin does not have ultimate still. Sejuani shows up, but she misses her W, which would have given that proc. But that's alright. Cassin escapes.
It was a little too early on the W. Just a little too early.
Yep. Cassin is close to his level 6, which will make it a lot safer for him to be in lane. Being able to just click a button and escape. Flash out from the Ran, flashing away. Urgot's gonna try and get a little harassed, but I don't know how much you're gonna be able to do, but he does have the level 6. Whew. Mordekaiser's just a 6.
Looks like Urgot's just gonna take the time to back. Get some items.
Beautiful ward placement from the Renekton here at the entrance between tier 2 tier 2 tower from the blue side and going into the red side jungle. That we'll be able to spot out Rammus early on in his jungle clears and give Renekton early knowledge on where the opposing jungler's got to be. Apes the other strong, really strong with the vision control.
Yeah.
If you look at your map, you see the wards coming from the red side into that blue side jungle on both sides. They're trying to track out this Rammus before he can start his roll.
Very smart. They just cleared the control. Oh, all right. Little fight in the mid there. I can get some poke.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much he's gonna be able to actually get onto the Cassin anymore, having that ultimate. He's better off whenever he's low on mana like he is now. He's not gonna be able to ult as much as he would like to get out of the fight. Looks like he's gonna start moving. We're gonna have a little bit of a skirmish up in the top lane.
Oh, ult him. It's an easy ult.
Rammus is gonna roll in. Now Rammus is only level 5. He's getting jumped on. And he gets caught out. That's gonna be a second kill for Apes. That's a Scuttle going down, and most likely a Dragon as well, pushing that advantage from the Apes.
Definitely not where Rammus wanted to be at that moment.
No, it is not. Like a soccer ball getting kicked to your neighbor's yard.
He's gonna be out of the fight for a bit, but get back into the respawn, and he's heading back to the jungle to farm.
Yeah, they're gonna start that dragon now. Rammus is back up, and he's gonna probably start heading towards that wave, but I don't think he's gonna get there in time. So we're probably gonna see this, see this air drake go over to the side of the Apes. There it goes. Bot lane will be hitting 6 on both sides pretty soon. 80 carries have just hit it. Ashe does have the 6. That means her arrow is up, and that is huge.
Once the Vel causes 6. This is where I want to see a fight happen. This is probably Ashe hasn't backed to bot items yet, though, so they might not want to take it until she does.
Yes, but Jinx does have the BF sword advantage over Ashe. Ashe just has a Doran's blade, and that is it.
This massive CS difference in the top lane that is just.
Oh,
Oof.
misses the arrow.
Just barely. That was a close one.
Yeah, close but no cigar. She's probably gonna need to look the back here pretty soon. She's gotta be sitting on a heap of gold right now. Good vision control coming out from the top side. I wish my top lane would buy some vision wards every once in a while as well. Casson knows that
75
Renekton's
gold.
looking for a fight. He's trying to stay back as much as he can. Ramus realizing that my opponents are putting wards in my jungle.
Oh.
He's getting spotted out, and he's gonna have to roll away.
Yeah, oh wait, he's walking back. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Trying to get some damage there from the Renekton, jumping back in, puts Cassan at half health.
Now, it might not look like it, but Renekton, if he has one Fury stack, he could flash, ult, ignite, and he could kill that Cassan. He could. I don't think he will, but he could.
Sedge wanted going on to the Ramus. It's just
massive
two
damage.
rocks hitting each other, but the Submoney takes it out. But he's gonna, he's not gonna die for it. Mordekaiser taking Cassid into his other realm. Brand says, "Give me that blue." Looks like that's gonna be into their fight. Apes together strong indeed. They've traveled as a pack, and they came out with one kill. Now, one thing I want to note. We see 4 vision wards on the map from the Apes, but we only see 1 from the Penguins.
The whole river is just vision.
Yep, it's a straight line of pink wards right now for the red side.
That just leaves the Ramus with little room to do anything, especially with his top laner so far behind. It feels bad. I mean, you see the Mordekaiser is no ult. This is probably the perfect time to gank him, but with all the vision that the Apes have in the river and everywhere else, it's like, you can't really do much. You start rolling, Mordekaiser backs off. And by the time you come back again, his ult's back up.
Speaking of rolling, here comes Ramus. He's gonna try and roll onto the Spellcast, but he gets stopped by the E.
Ramus did proc Ghost there, so that is a wasted summoner spell, unfortunately for them.
Yeah, something to note there. Ramus does not have flash. He did have to bring the Ghost. Now, Ghost did get buffed, though. It does start immediately. There is no windup like it had before.
That is right. This is 10.13 now. We are no longer playing on patch 10.12.
We have traveled into the future, into 10.13.
This might be a solo kill.
Urgot says, "I don't care about the CS differential. I'm gonna kill you anyways."
That is a bit spooky through the Mordekaiser. Oh, never mind. Though Urgot has flash available.
Red side picks up the Rift Herald, and the Penguins are starting to notice all of these pink wards around the map, and they decided, hey, let's pick up a few of our own. They put 3 of them out in the bot side river around the Dragon. Drake spawns in 54 minutes. That's great vision control with Dragon coming up.
And the Apes only have 1 ward left in their 4 ward line.
Yeah, now, one thing to point out here, Urgot does not have TP. Mordekaiser does have TP. So that's gonna be a teleport advantage on the side of the Apes. With Dragon spawning in 27 seconds, Urgot looks like he's gonna head back towards top side. So if you are the Apes on the red side of the map, you're probably gonna look to start a Dragon fight at some point soon, knowing that you do have this TP advantage.
And now, if you look at the Renekton's items, you can see that it appears he's going for first item's Death's Dance. Which, interesting little build there. I've never tried that myself, but Death's Dance is a pretty strong item right now. A lot of champions are first buying it, such as Aatrox, Riven. I don't see why Renekton wouldn't be able to. Which just gives him a nice power spike, especially in team fights. I'm glad he's not doing the this new build that people are finding with the Blade of the Ruined King. Because it appears this has got more team fight oriented comp that Apes Together Strong have, so he's going for the more team fight oriented build, which is smart. He's using his brain.
Yeah, the Apes are starting this dragon. It's got 1,000 health left, and it goes over to the side of the Apes. That is 2 dragons to 0 for them. Apes sitting with a 2k, 1.7k gold lead right now. It's not massive, but it is a lead nonetheless. They still have that Rift Herald. They haven't that popped yet either. They will not get any plates with it because plates have despawned from the towers.
Oof.
Oh, like Smithy whiffing right there on the Sejuani, but we're gonna drop the Rift Herald, try and push down this first tower. Ramus is gonna roll in a little bit, but he stops. It's not gonna take the tower out, but plates have a good moment itself.
Now Mordekaiser has finished. No, a little fight, but Mordekaiser has finished his Leander's Torment, which is 1 item above what Mordecai or what Urgot. Oh my! It looks like Jinx is gonna fall.
Yep, Jinx goes down. She spends a little bit of time with Uncle, and she's going to the graveyard.
That's
Now,
4 suns.
Bel'Kaz 2-0. This is very reminiscent of our last series in Ionia with that Saren who started support. Started out that strong finish, taking out the So we might see something similar here.
Done commentating?
It looks like Urgot's going for a Spirit Fish's first item. Not really what you'd want to build standardly, but I guess when you're behind so far, makes sense.
Yeah, well, there's a lot
Game coming in.
Ramus is gonna roll up. Oh, Cap hits on him. Renekton's going to try and take the fight to the Kassadin, but Kassadin is just gonna keep rift walking away. Nothing special is gonna come out there except for a loss of a flash from the Kassadin and the Renekton boat.
Yeah. Poor Renekton flashed backwards accidentally. Could have been ended up being a kill.
Well, you win some, you lose some, you know?
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Well, it was the TP for Mordekaiser burn, so I would say that's a win for.
And we will see first dropping in favor of Apes, and then Ramus getting caught out in his own jungle. He's gonna die. Connected.
Bel'Kaz did pick up the kill bot.
Into his nether realm. He's going to try and take down the Urgot. Urgot does not give up, but he dies to the tower shots. And then we did see Bel'Kaz taking out Jinx in the bot lane. That's 3 more kills for the side of the Apes.
All over the map. Every lane.
Not quite as much of a fiesta as our last series, but a fiesta nonetheless. 7-0 for the Apes with a 4.4k gold lead and 2 Drakes and 1 tower. Things are starting to snowball for them, but it is not the end yet for the Penguins. They can still stay into this game, especially with this Jinx, and if he can get this Kassadin some kills under his belt.
Yep. Kamikaze Penguins does have the hope of a late game scaling comp, but
gotta get there first.
Yeah, if the game ends too early, there's not much hope for a late game if there is no late game. So.
Wise words, man. Wise words.
Wise words. The solo keywords. Don't worry, guys. We scale.
Now,
don't forfeit at 15.
Look at if you look at your mini map, the amount of vision around that Drake right now for the Apes is immense. We have 4 regular wards and 2 vision wards, 2 pinks on the side of the Apes. They are trying to take complete vision control of that dragon because it is up in a minute. That'll be the 3rd Drake giving them 1 point and taking soul. And they're like, you know what? All that vision we put down towards bot side, let's go and take Rift. Let's take the Rift and then let's rotate around towards that dragon. Let's just take everything we want because we don't care.
Well,
oh man, we got
Mordekaiser.
Mordekaiser's gonna put Urgot into his realm again. He's gonna try and take him out. Urgot's gonna do his best to fight, but I don't know how much he's gonna get. He's gonna try and escape, and he is out of there.
Burns flash to save his life. Probably a worth trade. Sejuani looking like she's gonna drop Rift Herald down top lane. easily breaking down the turret.
Yeah, and our vision has completely swapped around Dragon. Dragon is up in 13 seconds, but Sejuani's on the other side of the map. We have complete vision control for the blue side. Over down by Drake. Sejuani's gonna make her way down there. She's gonna try and set up for this Dragon.
Oh, Ashe ult misses, unfortunately, but it does look like Ashe is still gonna pick up the kill on Jinx. Have to flash for it.
Down the Jinx. Rayla says hello, Ashe says goodbye. And then Renekton shows up, takes down the Brand, and we have missed our Sejuani ult again. I feel like I'm watching CLG in 2015. And then it feels bad. Actually, no, it feels good. Those were good times to be a CLG fan. I miss those days, man. I miss those days.
So big shutdown for Cassin right there. Did just get 600 gold for killing that Kamikaze, which is very promising. Looking for the Cassin in the future.
Yeah, the Apes are gonna try and take this Drake. That will get them their third Drake and put them one more until Soul. We see a Jinx Rock come down. It's just leashing the Drake for
Rammus had no smite up at the moment, and he decided, oh, what guy's Cassin in there?
Acid is gonna die for the Lance.
A lot of missing pings coming up from the Vel'Koz, confused on why the Cassin was doing that.
Yeah. Interesting thought, but
might have been a miscommunication on the side of Kamikaze Penguins.
So the Apes taking this lead and extending the lead further. 4.5k gold lead, 2 towers, 10 kills to 2, and 3 Drakes there. Soul Baron is up. We will not see the Drake again for 4 minutes and 15 seconds. So if you are the Penguins right now, you're not out of it.
Definitely not, no.
You're definitely not out of it. What are you looking to accomplish here at this point, this state of the game?
Well, Renekton falls off. He's more of an early game, mid game bruiser bully. Doesn't really scale well into the late game, especially against the likes of like even you can see Cassin winning out on traits right there. Of course, there's a turret there protecting him, but it's the little things. And you see Jinx. Jinx is probably notoriously one of the best late game scaling ADCs in League of Legends, aside from maybe Kog'Maw.
Jinx says hello. I mean, Vayne says hello.
Vayne, yeah, Vayne is another one of them, and it's just all right.
Dora jumping in on the Cassin, thinking it's a 1v1, but Brain is on the other side of the wall. Yeah, nothing's gonna really come of it except for he's going back in.
He might get the kill. He gets the kill.
The Ignite ticks killing.
Oh wow.
We're gonna see Baron come out from the Apes. They're gonna try and take this down, but Penguins have showed up. Brandis is going to leave us. Jinx will take one with her, but Mordekaiser is going to take 2 instead. He's going to try and run down that Jinx. It looks like he's going to take her down as well. He can just get an ability off. Cooldowns are showing up. There they are. And that's 3-5-0 for the Mordekaiser. That lead is being extended immensely.
The silver lining there is that Apes Together Strong did get pushed off Baron. Their jungler died. They don't feel comfortable anymore taking it without the smite advantage. So that does give them some more hope, but Cassie could just, nope, flashes away. But Renekton did take the turret in the bot lane. So another turret to Apes Together Strong's growing gold advantage. Things are now actually starting to look super, super scary if you're on the side of Kamikaze Penguins. Your hope of scaling isn't really looking all too good now.
They do have the bright side. The Cassin did get that shutdown earlier, and he has stacked up his Ceres Brace. So that is great for them. He does have blue buff now as well. We all know Cassin with a blue buff can be scary, but that's one person. Jinx,
Oh.
Jinx only got 1 kill last fight. She's sitting at an Infinity Edge and some attack speed, but that is it.
Now, the Sejuani has picked up the Frozen Heart, which is, you know, Jinx attacks a lot, very fast attack speed, especially when she gets excited with using her passive. So, Vel'Koz might have been caught out right here. This might be a free kill to Kassadin.
This is where casting can start to get scary.
Oh,
Those skills. He decides he's gonna hit that ult, but Cass is gonna get away anyways.
Ash ult missed.
Down through the bot river, but it's gonna miss and go through Tribush instead. Ram's on the other side of the map, and Drake is spawning in 38 seconds.
That might be Soul going over to Apes Together Strong, and no, this is not a fight you win, Rammus. I'm sorry to say. Oh. Brand was there, so that was smart on King Majora.
Does have a full Thornmail. That was stopping a lot of the healing and taking damage back to the Renekton, so Renekton did decide it's not worth it, I'm gonna run away, especially the Dragon coming up soon.
Oh.
Doesn't matter, we're gonna start to groove around top.
Mordekaiser might get caught out here.
Yeah, Mordekaiser's gonna say, come at me. She's gonna run around the walls. She's gonna make it out. Mordekaiser's gonna go down. He's gonna get eaten by the Urgots. And Mordekaiser cannot run 5 today.
Apes Together Strong is on Dragon right now. It's guaranteed soul at this point, so Kamikaze Penguin is hoping to trade for Baron.
Trading soul for Baron might have been the play here, considering how behind they are.
The soul for Baron trade might not be worth it, but it does give them time to stall out longer. It allows the Renekton not to be able to push lanes as well. If someone sits in the side lane with him with Baron minions, Renekton can't exactly kill them that easily, so it stops him from being able to split push. It gives time for the Jinx and the Kassadin to get more items and farm and scale. But now, Elder's on the table, and with how far Apes Together Strong is, especially with the Earth Soul, 5 minutes, that might be the end of the game if Apes Together Strong secure the Elder.
Correct. However, if the Penguins can somehow get that Elder Drake, it would just negate that entire mountain soul that they have on the side of the Apes. So I think the Penguins are looking at, okay, we got Baron, let's try and get as much gold as we can, push down some towers, get stronger, and try and fight for that Elder and just take over the game from there. Push some fights, take more towers, and try and just even out this gold differential, which is not... the gold differential's not that big. If you look at it...
2.5k.
Yeah, if you look at it based on the kills, the Drakes, the towers, everything like that, you probably think that they'd be up by like 6 or 7k, but it's actually only 2.5k differential. And it's got a lot to do. It's got a lot to do with the shutdowns that have come out from the side of the Penguins. We're gonna see an Ash ult, we're gonna see a flash away from Brand. Kamikaze is gonna hold down. Not gonna take anybody out with that. Bunch of ults coming from the side of the Apes, but nothing's gonna come of it. Just too tanky.
Well, crucially, Brand did burn his flash right there to get away. So next fight, he won't be that lucky to avoid an Ash ult with that. And next fight actually might... Nope, never mind. No objectives coming up anytime soon, so...
Nope, not unless you want to fight over some blue buffs. So for any Drakes or Barons.
Brand should be safe then. Assuming they play this correctly. Oh, and he's right back to... Alright, never mind.
Mordekaiser's going to use his stopwatch, and then we're going to see a exhaust being used by the Brand. That's another cooldown. Brand with no summoners. But his flash should be... No, it will not be up by Drake. And his exhaust will not... No, his exhaust will be up by... Nope. Yep, will be up by Drake's spawn. So, hopefully we can see a big fight coming out from these teams around this Elder Drake.
What's most interesting, actually, is... Do you know when the last time Ash backed was?
No.
'Cause right now, looking at the items, Jinx and Ash are even in terms of items. Jinx probably even is more powerful, given the crit and the Infinity Edge and all that stuff. Despite Ash having about like a 50, 60 CS lead over her. Which I think is pretty interesting, and that might be, you know, important or crucial in a team fight.
Yeah, so one thing to point out here, the Penguins decided to trade Drake for a Baron earlier, but they were only able to get one tower out of that Baron, being the top tower, which was already loaded in with. So not much of a Baron power play like they would have wanted. And that kind of makes the little lead that the Apes have here.
Did buy them some time. Jinx did get the second item now. If she can get to the third, that's when Jinx starts to become the team fight menace, the 3-out Empire Spike.
Yes, she does have an Infinity Edge with... Oh, hold up. We have a fight onto the Renekton. Gaslin says, come here, I want to take you out, but Renekton is doing Renekton things. And he's going to try and go for this now. He's gonna... Mordekaiser's just going to jump onto the Rammus. He's going to bring him to his other realm, and he's going to try and take him out with him. And he will do so. Urgot's now taking the brunt force of it. He's going to just have everything thrown at him. Elder Drake is up in 50 seconds. They're going to set up vision for that. Hopefully take that, and they're going to try and push down the rest of this game.
That might have been the game. Respawn timers, they will be up for Elder, but Urgot did blow TP to get there. He won't have it, so if Apes Together Strong can burst down Elder as fast as possible, Urgot will have no way of reaching that fight, and looks like Brand's going to die for this.
Yep. Dying to save not really much of anything. Jinx probably should just stay back there, let them have the tower, say, it's all yours. I don't want to die for this.
It looks like Elder Dragon's going to have to be conceded, which is definitely not something you were hoping for.
Yeah, Drake is up in 5 seconds.
There's only...
Apes are heading straight towards it. They've already started it. They're going to try and melt this down.
Rammus is a level ahead of Sejuani, though.
Yeah, he's rolling in. He's going to say, come here. He's getting sent to Mordekai's roll.
And Jinx stole the Elder Dragon.
Jinx with the Elder Dragon steal. That is actually huge. Oh, Castle dies and is not able to get that Elder Dragon proc onto the Ashe. So we will see 2 fall for that Elder Dragon steal on the side of the Penguins. The Apes are pinging Baron. They're split in decision making. They can't decide what to do, but it looks like they're gonna
send 2 mid and
they're gonna start it up there. Yeah, they're starting Baron up there. They're saying, you know what, you guys don't want to come, we'll do it ourselves.
And so this should just be a free Baron. I'm not sure if
yeah, there's no Jinx on the steal at this time.
And there's no
Rammus
away. Looks like just a free Baron going to Apes Together Strong, and with this, they might be able to close out the game. They do now have a 6k gold advantage, though Kamikaze Penguins does have the Elder Dragon on 3 of its members, and Brand, being a crucial member, his ultimate could wreck.
I was gonna say one thing. If that Brando can hit most of that team, and they can get those procs off, that could just absolutely decimate their team. But Brand's only level 13. I don't know how much he's gonna be able to do damage-wise to some of these more tankier members, especially this Renekton with the Spirit Massage, who actually hasn't died this entire game.
Death's Dance. Yeah, actually.
Yeah, he's been dancing with death for sure, but it is not taking him out. We're gonna see a push in the mid lane from the Apes. They're gonna try and push down this mid tower, but they're not gonna be able to do much with it because of the immense wave clear on the side of the Penguins. More minions coming in, but they're gonna die just as quick. Cassin on the side, looking for a possible flank. They need to do something with this Eldritch before it gives out, but they're not able to get any sort of look on it. Eldritch, if I'm not mistaken, I think it has run out for the Penguins.
It's just about, and it's
getting
gone.
there. It's gone. So, Eldritch stolen. Nothing gained from it though. But
Yeah.
guess who still has Baron? That
Apes
would be the
together
Apes.
strong.
Yep. They are strong together indeed. 6k gold lead, trying to push down this mid tower. Nothing much happening. I feel like they should probably try and spread out around the map. Top tower is pretty low. They could try and push down this bot tower by sending one player
Looks
bot,
like
especially Mordekaiser with the TP.
Cassidon's
They
off
say
being
screw
blue
it.
buff.
They say screw it, Apes together strong. We're not leaving each other's side. We're gonna push down this man. We're gonna try and get this in head. We're gonna try and win the game. That's what we're gonna try and do here. Mid and head will go down. They're saying we're strong. We don't care. We're gonna just stay and fight. Bring it on.
They are now walking to the bot side. Probably gonna go crack open another inhib, or at least try to.
Yep, they're gonna escort these minions towards the bot tower. Baron's still up for them. It's got a little bit longer, but it's almost out.
Oh,
And
Knight coming in.
Yep, Ashel coming in. The Urgot's going to eat himself a Sejuani. Fight going on to the Rammus. Rammus will go down. Jinx will go down to the Renekton. Cassin is by himself. He will fall as well. Could we see Renekton fall for the first time? We will not see Renekton fall for the first time. Renekton's going to take another kill. 7-0 and 9. He's going to heal up. That is most likely going to be game here. We're probably going to see Apes take this first game off of the Penguins and head to game 2.
Fight was a little messy at the end, but they ended up on top due to the lead they had. Massive lead. So not much of a surprising end there based on how the game was going, but I did like how they almost, the Elder Steel was close. Cassidon almost hit that level. I believe he actually did hit 16. So he was close to hitting the power spike where he would be able to take over the game, but it just came way too late. And
yeah, we saw an interesting game there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you can tell me what you think about this, but I think this game was lost in the draft.
I would have to agree. When I look at Kamikaze's Penguin draft, I don't really see. I see a late game spike on the Jinx, and I see a late game spike on the Cassidon. But that's about it. I mean, they got basically no engage. They've got really not a lot of CC other than the Rammus and I guess the Brand if you can land the stun. But it's like multiple times you'd see members like Renekton and Sejuani, they would flash to the side and they would dodge the Brand. It happened like twice that I can remember off the top of my head. So like they don't have any hard CC other than the Rammus E. So that was probably a big problem because members like Mordekaiser and Renekton could just walk at them and they couldn't really do anything.
Yeah, I would love to see a completely remade draft here from the Penguins. I just don't think that worked out for them. Had some good thoughts behind it, but the Apes just outdrafted them from the start, and it showed in the actual game. Now, we do know that while it seemed like the Apes were just super ahead for most of that game, I mean, for what, 15, 20 minutes? It was only like a 2.5k gold lead. So the Kamikaze Penguins were definitely sticking in it, but they just let it get out of hand. The Apes were able to chain together that CC and push down that Nexus. And I think a huge difference that was made in that game was that Renekton mid pick. Caston just struggles so hard into a champ like that. So if you are the Penguins, what changes do you make here to your ban process?
The ban process, I would say it's actually kind of hard for them, I would think, because I know their jungler prefers heavy AP mages, so when he gets put on stuff that's like a tank or stuff, it's a different play style. So usually when you're you're a carry in one play style, the other style you're just support. You're there to help your team win. And I know their ADC, they picked Jinx this game, but they're usually more like a supporty utility, like an Ashe Varus, stuff like that. Jinx is more of a hyper scale, hyper carry, you know. So it's a different play style, same as the thing. So I think Kamikaze Penguins are actually they were like a little out of their comfort zone with a couple of the picks here. So that might have been a reason why they fumbled every now and then, because they stuck with it. They weren't that far behind for a while, but then they got to the point where it's like it was a huge gold. It's like they went from like 2.5k behind to like 5-6k gold, and it was just, I think it showed with later game experience that they just didn't really have it on those champs.
Sure thing. We are going to take a really short break, and then we're going to come back with game 2 of our best of 3 between the Apes Together Strong and Kamikaze Penguins of the Nexus division. Righty ho, everybody. We're back with game 2 of our Noxus playoff match between Kamikaze Penguins and Apes Together Strong. So, looking back at game 1, the big mistake that we said the Penguins made was in their draft phase. And we talked about how we feel like they kind of just need to remodel their entire draft to find more success in this matchup, this game 2 matchup. So, what kinds of champs do you want to see them pick up here in game 2, knowing how the Apes draft and what they can possibly do to kind of counteract that?
I would definitely like to see Kamikaze Penguins pick up an AP jungler. Something like, if the Shyvana's not banned or the Outfight's banned, definitely pick those up. But if they're banned, probably opt for something. I mean, Fiddlesticks is an option. Those are like the only 3 AP junglers I know. Nidalee always an option. It's like those carry champs, because it seems like this person wants to be a carry, and putting him on a Rammus is like not really like a carry champion, more of a support. Mid lane I think did fine. It was just, not really much you could do against their top lane. I want a more favorable matchup. Urgot into Mordekaiser. I'm not sure what the pick order was, but that was just, watching that was just it was so sad for the Urgot. Just got laning phase, he wasn't able to do anything. Out of lane, he actually ended up doing some things, which would have made me wonder, like, if he had a better laning phase, maybe even one lane, maybe he could have turned the game around himself just based off the performance he had afterwards. He picked up kills constantly after, or not really constant, but like every time the Kamikaze Penguins got kills, he was usually one of the big reasons why they ended up getting them, him and the Kassadin. So I want to see their top laner on a more like winning matchup, maybe another carry champion like the Urgot, maybe something like Kled or Garen or something like that. Power through.
Alrighty. Good notes, but let's go take a look at the draft. So we do actually have a completely remodeled Kamikaze Penguin draft here. I think this draft out from them is 100 times better than their game 1 draft. You can actually see where this draft can come together. It's more of a team fight oriented draft. With the Scion, Fiddlesticks, Alistair, you're kind of able to easily set up that Caitlyn for those fights. Fiddlesticks can take out huge chunks of damage with his ultimate, while Scion and Alistair can really just put down that CC and peel for the Syndra and Caitlyn in the backline. But if we look over on the side of the Apes, they have a lot of disengage and engage themselves with the Ashe, Sejuani, and Gnar. We're kind of looking at fairly similar team comps. I do like the team comp from the Penguins a little bit more.
I agree.
I think it synergizes a little bit better with their champions together. But the Apes, they can definitely kind of snowball this game, especially with that Gnar. If that Gnar can get ahead over that Scion, which is not that hard to do if you've ever played that matchup, that's a tough matchup for the Scion. But if that Gnar can get ahead, Scion ulting into these fights is gonna be pretty freaking useless. So we're gonna see how it plays out. Do you have any other thoughts besides that?
I definitely need Kamikaze Penguins. They definitely need to initiate fights to win. I don't think this is a comp that, like, unlike Apes Together Strong, if they get initiated on, they got some ways to get out. There's a few, not very much, but Kamikaze Penguins, if their Sajura gets engaged on, if their Fiddlesticks gets engaged on, there's not going to be much those two champs can do. So they need to be the ones starting fights. They need the Scion to ult down a lane, hit somebody. They need the Fiddlesticks to ult over a wall. Syndra needs to land a pick with her QE. If they don't start these fights, I feel like this team's just going to crumble.
Yeah, I'm getting lambasted in chat right now for saying Gnar wins that matchup in the Scion.
Yeah, he doesn't win that matchup. You're not a top laner.
I'm not a top laner. I've played
If
top
not,
lane very small amounts of times.
if Scion lands the E on the Gnar, it's doomed.
Okay. Well, thanks for correcting me because I was going off of the range on Gnar and him being able to kite that
You
matchup.
would think that, but what some of Gnar's biggest counters are like actually just tanks, like stuff like Poppy, Maokai. He's much better into bruisers like Garen or something.
Well, that's why I'm the play-by-play and not the color commentator. Supports for life. We're gonna move over into the actual game here, though, and see how these matchups actually play out into each other. I'm very excited for this Phil Six. He's one of my favorite champions right now to play. Although I play him in the sport role, but who cares? He's still fun. We're gonna see if he can get any crazy sneaky ultimates off and see what he can do with his effigies. But we're going to transition. And we've successfully transitioned. Are we gonna see some invades? I see a lot of on my way pings.
I think they're gonna cover entrances.
Dude, just let me get my hopes up here, okay? Okay, they're covering entrances. I really wanted to see an invade, you know, just for funsies, but whatever.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Actually, if there was going to be an invade, it would have been good because Syndra and Kaylin did come out of base late.
Yeah, well, they can't know that.
Oh, look at that Fiddlesticks taunt.
Some Fiddlesticks taunt spams. That's not annoying at all, but you know, it's fine. Let it happen. Syndra and Scion pushing into the blue side jungle.
And good
Just gonna
equipment
drop a
has
ward on
spawned.
the blue from the Apes. It looks like we're gonna just see standard starts here. Nothing crazy. Looks like Gnar's pinging on his way to the enemy Nexus. That's the way to win right there. We're not gonna
That's our
see
win
any...
condition, guys.
Yep, no crazy invades from the Scion. I mean, Gnar does know they want to place wards, so it wouldn't be that sneaky at this point. Now, fun fact, it's possible to do like a 3-minute clear on Fiddlesticks if you've seen that before.
Yeah, you gotta pull the Gromp and the blue together, and
yeah, it's a lot of multitasking in the jungle, clearing out your jungle camps, but it's very doable. But it does take practice and with practice tool and whatnot, because you can easily reset those camps and then just slow yourself back.
oh,
We're gonna see some
nice
early
poke
trades from the Syndra, taking that level 2.
not much happening yet. Oh, level 2 advantage in the bot lane. Try to get some poke off, and ooh, double Q.
Yeah, he's been studying his geometry, getting that double Q out. It's no Lucian level 2 power spike, but it's something, I guess.
Yeah.
Alistair's
Kind of
very much
staring at
telegraphing that
no
he's
pause.
wanting to jump onto one of them. But nothing's gonna happen with it.
Oh, Sejuani is actually walking up in the top side looking for an alcove gank.
Yes, sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. It's chilling in that topside brush, but
She might be there a
Nara's been
while.
Mega, yeah, I think she's gonna give up on that, go back to farming. Sneak out through the river. Not sure if she was spotted by an opposing minion or not, but I don't think it's gonna matter too much. We do see both junglers topside. She might be going for that early scuttle crab. So just a lot of early farming here. Nothing crazy coming out from either side. It's not much of Fiesta like Ionia was. Nara getting some early poke in.
Oof, this Scion is just getting abused. Oh. Oh, Syndra doesn't have any mana, so can't do much more than that. Neither does Xerath.
Yeah,
were to
even
fight,
you have
beat
the
him
health
auto attack.
and mana pools there, but both are low in mana. Not going to be able to do much further. Drake is spawning in 52 seconds. I don't think we're going to see a crazy early Drake coming out of either team unless we get some kills. Both mid laners just looking to farm out with what mana they have left. Sejuani's taking that bot side scuttle, knowing that Drake is coming up in 34 seconds.
Well, I am a little curious what the Fiddlesticks is going to be doing with his Ghost. Because I haven't seen Fiddlesticks with Ghost yet.
That is correct. That is a ghost on the Fiddlesticks, not something I had even noticed. So yeah, we're gonna see how that works out. I have seen Fiddlesticks with Predator. That was an interesting one. He didn't do much, but we got Flash coming in from the Sejuani. She's gonna jump onto Caitlyn, but not get much out of it. She's actually gonna take damage. Fiddlesticks is gonna come in from the other side. Fear on the Ashe. Ashe burns the heal. Damage from both sides. No kills coming out. Just a bunch of summoners blown.
The Ghost on Fiddle.
Yeah,
Very important. Very important.
there it was.
summon.
Ghost on Fiddle.
Just a little poke damage at the top. Syndra did back. Way before Xerath. So Xerath is going to have a better back when he does. Oof.
It's a lot of damage onto that Gnar.
I'm glad the Gnar did take Fleet Footwork. That's probably one of the safer things to take into a Scion matchup. You could try to go PTA and kill him early, but it's just much safer if you're just going to go to the... I'm just going to hope to scale, survive lane, go into team fights, and hope we win there.
Yeah, he has been pushing the Scion into his tower. We do see 16 CS advantage on the Gnar. Alistair getting low here. More summoners being burnt in the bot lane. Bot lane's becoming a bit of a skirmish. Very interesting, especially the Dragon up right now. Xerath taking much damage from the Syndra. Xerath hasn't backed yet, Syndra has, which is why Syndra's able to do what she's doing right now.
I'm kind of thinking Syndra could have flash ulted ignited that Xerath for the kill there.
Possibly, possibly. Scion probably looking to back here. Yeah, get some items.
Oh,
Sejuani coming in the mid lane. Xerath just gonna drop the ult, but that's about all we're gonna see here. Syndra is getting low in mana and in health. She's probably gonna want to look to back again soon, but Xerath's backing for the first time right now.
Syndra probably is gonna have to match his recall.
Yeah, for sure. Scion TPs into the top lane with Dragon up.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting here. Gnar is choosing to save his TP, so the Apes will have a TP advantage here for Drake. They do not have the vision advantage, but they will have the TP advantage. That's very important to note. Now, Scion will be able to just ult in. We do know that, but it's just going to take him a little longer to get there than it would for the Gnar.
Fiddlesticks is fighting.
That he is.
Just hit 6 off the minion XP, so he could be looking for a free gank.
Uh-oh, which one is he? Which one's the effigy? Well, it's the one that's not moving.
Oh?
He's coming in. He's going on the Alistair. Alistair, or that's not Alistair. No, that's a Vel'Koz.
Alistair. Alistair did just miss. Whatever, he tried to dash, but he knocked up before that.
Sejuani level 5, not able to ult the Scion. Scion that flashes out. It looks like she's gonna start the Rift Herald, possibly. Yep, she's gonna start the Rift Herald. They
Fiddlesticks is on the dragon.
have any way to clear vision, so they don't know if there's any wards on that right now. But they are gonna take it. Sejuani does hit 6 off of that Rift Herald. But Fiddlesticks secures the Drake.
Oh? This might be first blood coming out.
It will be first blood coming out for the Sejuani on the side of the Apes. Scion will fall, trying to take as much farm as he possibly can with him. Doesn't get much.
Ooh, good flash.
Flash and a barrier.
Don't think it'll end up mattering in the end. Nope.
Nope. Syndra will fall. Goes over to the Xerath, or the Syndra. I'm so backwards right now. Dude, five matches in a row, things become upside down. You don't know where you're at. Who am I? Who am I? I teach French, right?
Spanish teacher teaches French.
Oui, indeed.
Well, it looks like Gnar is a little ahead in farm, as it should be, but
Now,
I still think the Scion would win a 1v1 if they ever have one.
now Caitlyn is by herself down there, and Ashe does have her ult as well. They could look to jump onto that Caitlyn before Alistar gets back. We see he's on his way. They don't know that, though. Well, they do now.
They're probably a little spooked from that Fiddlesticks gank. Probably wasn't expecting that one earlier, so they're probably playing a little passive now.
Yep, always expect the unexpected, especially when it comes to Fiddlesticks. Sejuani sitting on the outside. A lot of damage onto the Xerath there.
Oh, a little poke damage with the Kamikaze Q.
Yep, sounds like Dragon's Yanni boy. Alistar jumps onto the Ashe. Nothing much gonna happen though. So we have an extremely even game right now. Almost 11 minutes in.
Oh,
Hold up.
that might be.
Oh, messes up the
Alistar.
combo.
That could have been a free kill right there.
That was a free kill.
Oh.
Messes it up. Vel'Koz coming in. Ashe whiffs the ult. And they're both gonna get away safely.
That's unfortunate.
All right. Back to what I was saying. We have an absolutely even game. We're even in gold pretty much. We're gonna start talking again. They're gonna start fighting.
Use that
Sion's probably
1v1.
gonna walk away with this.
You got it, Sion. All right, never
Yep.
mind. He doesn't got it.
He's
Walk
gonna
away.
keep turning around. Okay. So, looking at where we're at, Jesus Christ. I just want to talk without a fight happening. No fights this whole game, and I start talking about the game situations. They're like, you know what? Screw him. Let's start fighting now. Anyways, back to what I was saying. We have a completely even game.
Rift
Where
Herald.
do you, nope, we're not talking about it. We're just gonna let it happen on screen. I'm gonna throw it to you, because I don't care at this point. What are your thoughts for both of these teams? Do you think they're playing right now to their advantages, or do any of them need to change anything up? How is the game going?
I think the Fiddlesticks needs to pay topside a visit. I mean, you see how far that Gnar is? He's just way up there. I mean, you got Ghost Fiddlesticks. You got Sion with his ultimate. You can just easily get up there real quick, fear him, silence him, can't jump away. Sion lands the ult, hits the Q. It's just free kill.
Yeah,
you can say the same thing about mid lane. I mean, they did that earlier with the Fiddlesticks coming in. Got a free kill on the Xerath because, you know, he just couldn't move for like 3 seconds.
Yeah, Gnar does have a 19 CS lead over the Sion. Sion's smart pick on buying the early Bramble Vest. That's a great pickup. Probably negates a bit of that gold advantage that the Gnar has. But it looks like the Penguins going to start setting up vision for Drake. Smart move on their half. Vel'Koz flash coming up just in time. Drake will be spawning in 30 seconds. It is a Fire Drake, which means that our final Drake will either be a Cloud or a Mountain.
But crucially, Sion's TP did just come off a cooldown, so he will be able to join them for a... Unless he starts walking down now and just decides to ult.
Gnar still has his TP as well. I don't think he's used TP this game. Fiddlesticks coming in. Doesn't get much out of the ultimate though. Vel'Koz returning the favor with his ult. We see a TP coming in now for the Gnar. We see the double stuns, one from Sejuani and one from Ashe. They will take down 2. Gnar misses with the boomerang, which will let Fiddlesticks get away safely, but Xerath just needs to hit 1 Q, but instead Gnar's gonna get him with an auto attack. Syndra turning around, putting herself in harm's way. She's probably gonna fall here as well. That'll be 4 falling from the side of the Penguins. This was an even game, and it has just swayed into the side of the Apes. Saya's gonna take 1 with him, flashing out. Can he do it? Snipe? Oh my god, she's still alive!
Oh!
Flashing for the kill, Xerath, but he misses.
You know,
Sion
I'm a little
does get 1,
confused
but
on the
yeah.
fiddle.
Yeah, that was interesting down bot
Yeah.
lane. It
He
was a
had the
good
build
turn.
up.
It was a great turn from the Apes. They saw that Fiddle did not get much out of that fight. They decided to turn it around. It worked out perfectly, and they came out ahead. Sion TPing topside. He will lose his TP for any future fights, but I think that's okay.
He does now have
Penguins
the
are-
Ninja Tabby.
Yeah, the Penguins are moving towards the top side as a team. Looks like they're going to try and take this Rift Herald. The Apes do know what's going on. They just cleared a pink ward.
Oh!
Sion,
messed with the combo
or
again.
Alistair, yeah, messing it up again. He needs to go in the practice tool and practice that combo.
Oh, it's like the 3rd time.
Yep. Sure he knows that though. Xerath gonna throw out his ultimates.
Sejuani going
Sejuani.
very deep.
We have a... Oh my
Thankfully, the
lord.
Gnar was there.
Vel'Koz with the crazy ult. Gnar as well. We're gonna have 2 rocks hitting each other up there. Syndra's gonna take 1 with her. Sion's gonna try and take out the Vel'Koz on his way out, but he is not able to do so.
Oh!
Syndra takes out 1. Sion takes out another. And that will be it for that fight.
That was almost
So-
a 4 for 4.
It was almost a 4 for 4. This could be first tower heading down here on the side of the Apes. This is a much more even matchup than it was last game. I think it says a lot to the draft from the Penguins compared to their last game. It's a much more cohesive draft. Now they're behind. He's able to hit the combo for the first time. He's not going to do much with it though because, you know, he's 4 levels down and he's an Alistair. But, hey, you take wins when you can get them, right?
You got it. I would hate for that to be the reason that they would lose a team fight in the future. Just watching the Alistair. If he messes up a combo and it's like the only reason they don't win, that would just be, I feel like that would just, that'd be so demoralizing for you as a player.
Yeah, especially getting flamed by your team for missing like your 4th or 5th combo in a game. You literally got 1 job on that champion. No one picks Alistair for the E ability.
Poor Skelly Bob. Oh, this.
It's a lot of damage on the Galen. We want to see some wards cleared here on the blue side. I think they're going to try and pop that Rift Herald up top side. Rift is available. Yeah, they're going to pop it up there. Try and take down that top tower. Sigil's going to match it, but the Rift is going to take out the rest of the tower. I think they probably would have been able to kill that Syndra if Sejuani would have ulted her there.
Yep. Nara was just about to transform, would have been perfect.
Yeah.
But it looks like, oh.
Alistair
Oh, he still falls.
goes down just the tip there. Fiddlesticks going to ult in, but they're going to take so much damage in retaliation. We have another Smithing miss on the ultimate. Fights all over the place. What is this? What is going on? Sion's going to run at him. Can he get the kill? He's going to return the favor, but he's going to get swept under the rug by the Syndra. Deaths everywhere. It's become a fiesta. 3 for 3.
Yeah, I would like to start seeing this Fiddlesticks ult from bushes and fully utilize his ultimate. This is probably the second time I've seen him ult from the middle of lane.
Now, they did change Fiddlesticks' his passive a little bit, so if he is in his effigy form, even in the middle of the lane and he ults, he will be able to get the fears off. That's not what's been happening, though. Yeah, he's gonna have to start going a little bit of a secret agent, man, and try and get some of those fears off from his ultimate if they're gonna want to swing some of these fights, because he is getting his ults off. And that's great, he's getting damage in, but he's not able to put out that CC as well, and as soon as he ults in, the team just gets wiped. We're gonna see a Drake attempt from the Sejuani and the Apes together strong. Alistair going down again. Looks like they're gonna finish this drag. That'll be a mountain for the Apes.
Oh.
Arrow missing wide to the right, but Sejuani says, I got you, Bay. And there goes Syndra.
Syndra did not flash that Sejuani ult and died because of it.
Yep.
Hold an ult or trying to hold flash for next game. Oh wait,
There it is.
exactly what we needed.
What do we want to see?
Though it
I mean,
didn't end up working out as well.
it was a 1-for-1. Yeah. He
Just do more of
didn't
that.
have as much damage follow-up as he would have liked, but it was a much better ult than we've seen. So again, we're getting there. We're making plays, making progress. So right now, it is a 3k gold lead on the side of the Apes. They're up 1 tower, 2 dragons to 1. As far as vision goes, I think advantage probably... Current vision advantage, I might even want to give to the Penguins. They have been able to get a little bit more vision towards the jungle side of the Apes, and more vision in their own side in case of any invades. The vision game for the Apes is all around Drake. That is a lot to do with, you know, just getting Drake. But they're lacking in vision elsewhere on the map. They need to start transitioning those wards.
Especially since Dragon won't be up for the next 3 minutes and 30 seconds. There's no reason to have your control wards wasted over there.
Yeah, not like you'd know anything about that though, would you?
I sell my vision trinket.
This man sold his vision trinket during an official match one time. That's the last we're talking of that one. Don't talk about it again. Moving on to the game again. So I'll tilt myself off the face of the earth.
I'm sorry. So Fiddlesticks actually did complete Azania's. So that is another big items power spike for him. Allows him to go into team fights, be in the middle of everything.
Oh, getting
that is
caught out in
unfortunate.
the mid lane. Syndra almost
traded 1 for 1.
escaping. She takes down the Ashe with her. She says, if I'm dying, you're dying with me.
I'll take that. That's a worth. More gold to the Syndra.
Yeah, they've really put all of their gold onto the Syndra right now.
Which is it's a good champion because Syndra's, you land a massive QE,
Yeah.
you can just win anything.
It's a good champion to have all of your gold on, but at the same time, with the amount of hard CC from the Apes, it's not a great champion to have all your gold on, because she's able to get caught out just like she did there.
Oh, she's by herself. She shouldn't be up that far by herself. Especially if no vision around. I mean, if you look at where she was standing, middle of mid lane, what do you see? You see Apes together strong. They have wards all over the place. All around that area. Completely dark for Kamikaze Penguins. Fiddle taking the red. Ooh.
Yeah. Fiddle in the jungle, taking that red, trying to steal as much as he can. Sejuani's ult's coming up here soon. We are spread out all across the map. Baron's up right now. Dragon will be up in a minute and 20.
Oh,
Fiddlesticks
that still might be enough to
coming
kill her.
in.
And
she
it
is
was.
going down.
Oh, and
Vel'Koz trying to take out the Alistair as well, but he flashes out for safety.
Right.
He's
I
gonna
guess we
have to
see why this
back.
guy runs Ghost.
Yeah, right.
Did that Ashe die with ult up though? Or did it come off cooldown right when she died?
Not exactly sure. Not exactly sure on that.
Oh,
Sejuani returning the favor.
this might
Not gonna
be
be
a
able
dead
to do much
Syndra
damage by
if the
herself.
Vel'Koz gets there. Ooh. Sejuani might
Ignite
die to
gonna,
Ignite.
yep, Ignite tick will take Sejuani down. This Syndra is getting super, super strong. Hopefully, for the Penguins, she's able to carry them into the late game with the amount of gold that she has on her, because their bot lane right now is super lacking in the gold department. Caitlyn has been able to keep up when it comes to CS, but bot lane as a whole has been not the greatest showing.
Sejuani did pick up a Knight's Vow. Probably gonna give it to the Ashe since the Ashe keeps getting blown to bits.
Thank you for continuing that sentence. Alistair
Yeah.
messing up the combo again.
Fiddlesticks.
Fiddlesticks
One
getting
shot.
hit with the tip again, falling out. Yeah, Vel'Koz super strong as well. Gnar going to take 2 to the wall. Ashe going to put some damage from the back. Xerath with the ultimate taking them down pretty easily. Ashe going to flash onto the Syndra. Double kill onto the Ashe. Heal coming out for the speed. Ashe is going to try and take down the Caitlyn. She will do so. That is a triple kill, and it will be a second Mountain Drake, third Drake in total for the Apes, pushing their lead further.
See, that's what I was talking about in draft. They did not start the fight, and they got engaged on, and they just got absolutely destroyed. Their Fiddlesticks was in the middle of everything. Vel'Koz ult, perfect target, couldn't go anywhere. He's stuck between a Gnar and he's stuck between a Vel'Koz. It's like they were just pinched in between in that small little river area, and that's why they lost. They were positioned poorly, and they didn't hard engage on anything. They just tried to run.
If there's one thing you could say about the Apes as a team as a whole after these past 2 games, it's that they have been very consistent at turning these engages around and picking up these fights. They are consistently getting engaged on, but they're also consistently winning these fights because they know when to turn the fight around and take it back to their opponent.
Everyone's just ping's going down the Vel'Koz or on the Fiddlesticks.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see anything after that, though. Let them clear the vision, you know. Drake's not back up for another 4. I
Vel'Koz, no.
probably would like to see some of that vision getting pushed towards the top side. Right now, the Penguins have all of their vision on the bottom side of the map, but there's nothing really to get down there right now, except for maybe a tower for the Penguins, but all your vision's in your own jungle. You kind of want to start transitioning that vision towards Baron, especially knowing that the Apes have that lead, and yeah, looks like they're all on the top side of the map in the first place.
They're walking all over that ward.
Yeah, one thing to note here, 0 pink wards bought on either side of the map on the teams. Hopefully we see some get picked up here from some players that are beginning to back. Alistair's going to pick up a couple. We're going to want to see that vision cleared around Baron, so hopefully they can pick that up sometime soon. Sejuani coming in, ult on the Syndra. Syndra's got a Zanya to try and save her life a little bit, but she's going to die. Not going to take anybody with her this time. Caitlyn is by herself. Alistair messing the combo up again, but this time it worked out because he didn't want the Gnar on him, but it didn't matter in the end. Oh, he's still alive. There he goes. Finally, they both go down, Alistair and the Caitlyn. Scion does not give a hoot.
And that fight was just bad positioning on the side of Kamikaze Penguins. They had
Yeah,
3 members in base, while 2 of them were pushing mid lane. That was just asking for trouble right there. They had no business being all alone.
yeah, Nar's gonna just kind of mess with
Abused.
this Scion a little bit. He does not care about Scion at all. 55% matchup my ass. Fiddlesticks diving in, but they're gonna stop the Baron, just let him die, and they're gonna finish out this Baron, take the Fiddlesticks with them, push this advantage even further. It is now an 8.2k gold advantage for the side of the Apes.
Well,
They are not monkeying around.
that might be enough to actually start closing the game out. Got Baron, got a nice gold lead. They should definitely looking for a 4-1, not a 1-3-1. Scion or Gnar in one lane, everyone else in the other hard pushing. They got very good poke with the Vel'Koz, the Xerath, and the Ashe. And easily, if someone steps out of line, you know you got the Sejuani queuing all engage. So it should be, at this point, should be pretty easy for Apes Together Strong to transition their gold lead and their Baron into a quick, easy win.
Hey, I can do you one better. How about a Mountain Soul on top of that in about
Ooh.
42 seconds?
Well, that would just make it even easier.
Yeah, right? Can't kill us before, he can't kill us now. They're gonna try and set up vision for that Mountain Soul that's up in 30. The Penguins know what they're gonna do though. They're trying to head that way, but you're trying to fight a Gnar in a jungle.
Oh,
Vel'Koz. Oh, Alistair's gonna
barely
survive.
making it out.
Maybe. Is he gonna get hit?
Probably.
Dodges left, right, and he gets taken down. Gnar
Oh.
with the jump in, holds onto the Syndra. Vel'Koz is going to ult over into his own jungle, but he's going to get taken down as well as a 3-0. Dragon is up. Mountain Soul's gonna go over to the Apes.
I've just got to say, this is a hard support diff this game.
I'm kind of behind you on that one a little bit.
I mean, this Vel'Koz is putting out so much pressure between his poke, his damage. I mean, he's constantly assassinating multiple members, many members on the Apes or the Kamikaze Penguins
Yeah,
team.
Ashe flashing to get behind a team member there from the Caitlyn ult. But yeah, if you're gonna play Alistair, you do one thing, and it's your knockup combo, and then just staying alive afterwards. And if you can't do the combo, you're kind of just a warm body. And that's basically what this Alistair's been, is just a warm body on the map for this whole game.
It's just a practice dummy for this Vel'Koz to farm damage.
Yeah, if you're able to get those combos off at the right time, the Vel'Koz is not gonna matter, because once you can get onto a Vel'Koz,
He's gone.
he's still able to hit his abilities, you know, because he's right in front of you, but he's not able to do as much. He's not able to just poke you back and kite away. But if you're messing up those combos, if you're just hitting Vel'Koz further away, he's just gonna, you know, you're just making kiting easier for him at that point.
I don't even think there's anything Kamikaze Penguins can do. I mean, there's
Yeah,
the
Baron
lucky
is-
dream fight.
Baron is gone.
They can't have a win, if they have the perfect engage, like a Scion ult, 5-man Q into a Fiddlestick Sphere, into a knock-up from the Alistair 5-man, to like a Syndra. That's the dream right there. And from all the gold from the shutdown, maybe something could happen. But it's like, at this point, it's like, they got Mountain Soul. They have like almost a 10k gold lead.
We're gonna see a fight coming in the mid lane again. Xerath is gonna take out a lot of damage onto some of the carries on the side of the Penguins. Alistair's gotta go down for the 8th time. That's so much poke on the side of the Apes. A lot of damage that is just not getting returned. And on top of that, you have the Mountain Soul shield on top of it, so it's just I don't even know what you do at this point. How do you turn this around? I know you said something about just getting this dream fight off, but it's just looking less and less likely, especially when Caitlin's about to die. They're just gonna push down this tower. They do not care.
Whew.
Tower's going down the
so
mid.
behind
Tower
now.
about to go down in the top. Ah, number 2, he hit it.
Alistar over here cosplaying stuns Nautilus.
Yeah, he's been able to get the ults off onto, or the stuns off of the Nautilus. Freaking messed me up, onto the Gnar. But that's the only champ he's been able to get the combo off onto. I'd like to see a rotation on the side of the Apes, either towards that top or that bot to try and get some towers. An ultimate in from the Fiddlesticks, not going to do much. Instead, he's just going to have damage turned back around on him. Fiddlesticks getting low. Caitlyn,
Caitlyn might burn out to
barely surviving. Fiddlesticks going down. Gnar jumping in. We're going to see a bunch of deaths, I feel like, here. Yep, Xerath getting his second kill in that fight. Going to continue putting out the harass. And the Apes are just going to push into this base, try and take down the top side of the map. They could probably end the game if they just push hard enough. If you believe, you can achieve. GG's in chat, indeed. Second into it, but bound to fall. They're going to take one of the Nexus turrets down with him. Alistar messing up another combo, and he's going to die. Poor guy, poor guy. Xerath's going to unleash the artillery. We have deaths all over the place from the Penguins. And the Apes rip the flippers off of the Penguins and send it home. The 2-0 sweep. Yeah, Kamikaze indeed. They died for nothing. That will be our series.
What an unfortunate end to the Kamikaze Penguin season.
Yeah.
I'm a little I'm a little confused with the maybe the Alistar had a bad game, maybe that was just what it was, but I'm not. It looked like he had little to no experience on the champion just off of watching that.
On the Alistar you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough, right? Because you really have one job. And if it's not a champ that you play, I can see where you keep messing up your combo. But if it's also not a champ that he plays, I don't understand drafting it for him, because there are champions that do his job better right now. Nautilus being one of them. Leona, I guess, being another one. These heavy engaged champs that are just better Alistars at the moment. Alistar's in a pretty weak spot. He's not picked very often. So yeah, interesting pick there. Apes just absolutely decimating both games pretty much. Take the easy win in the second game, sweep the series, and move on to play somebody that we should have probably looked up beforehand, but we didn't. So here we are. They play somebody in Noxus. I'm sure one of them in chat could definitely tell us. But
one of the positives I did want to point about against the Kamikaze Penguins is that the Syndra and the Fiddlesticks, despite losing again, the Fiddlesticks having some questionable odds, both of them did do what I want. The Fiddlesticks, it could have worked. It just, they were kind of too far behind at that point.
mm-hmm.
There's not really much you could do. The Syndra tried her best to 1v9. Or his best, I should say. Oh. And it's just unlucky. Sometimes it happens. And that's really all I gotta say. Sion did okay. So they shouldn't feel too bad about it. I mean, Apes, they played the games really well. They were coordinated. They had, vision where vision needed to be. They always executed fights very well. They looked like they were, constantly moving in the right areas, doing the right things. So props to them. Just Kamikaze Penguins fell short in a few areas, and hopefully they can improve on those and come back next season and look a lot better.
Yep, both teams sticking to their namesakes for sure. The Apes move on to the finals, I believe, and they will play the winner of the E-Bros and Team Spare Parts, which plays on Monday, aka tomorrow. So definitely tune in and see who wins that matchup. Not sure if it's going to be live or not, but we will see. We have one final match coming at you here before the end of the stream. It won't be us though. It's going to be Ansem and Caged Reaper returning, and they are going to be casting as I'm talking and stalling until I figure out what that matchup is. Give me a second. Here we go. I've made it. They are going to be casting. I don't know what this is. SS versus HWF, which is Ionia. Oh, hanging with friends. And who's the SS? Spaceman Smith, thank you for the DM's answer. Spaceman Smith versus Hanging with Reapers. He's listening. He's like, I got you. Yeah, so that's coming up in a few minutes with those two guys. But as of right now, we are going to head out. I'm going to go eat dinner. I'm Spanish teacher, and then Dragon is with me. And we will talk to you at a later time.
Yay.